Greetings, I'm Mayor Emeka Jackson-Hicks, and welcome to another episode of Moments with the Mayor. Today, we share with you great news as well as some heartfelt concerns. You may have seen the recent news regarding our enhanced partnership between the City of East St. Louis and Ameren. If you have not, it is my pleasure to announce the 2019 East St. Louis Alleys Cleanup Pilot Program with the City of East St. Louis and Ameren, Illinois. When I was elected, I pledged to work to clean up our city, and through the Restoration of Hope Project, Clean Sweep, numerous volunteers, grant programs, and strategic partnerships, we have worked diligently to honor that commitment. Ameren has stepped up to the challenge to work with the City of East St. Louis and our Public Works Department to rid decades of illegal dumping and overgrown brush in our alleys. Since taking office, my administration and I have worked tirelessly to remove tons of trash from our streets and alleys, but it still isn't enough to keep up with the demand of illegal dumping taking place. Let me be clear, no one should be subjected to the amount of illegal dumping our city has faced. This is why we have established Regulatory Affairs Court. We've hired additional code enforcers and updated our trash ordinance to hold property owners, residents, and illegal dumpers accountable. The partnership with Ameren will result in a cleaner, safer East St. Louis, as well as allow Ameren utility line crews to make repairs to your lights when there are outages. As Ameren clears the illegal dumping and foliage overgrowth in alleys, our Public Works Department will assist in dumping trash and coordinate with the landfill. We will continue to tackle our problems head on. This strategic partnership is another example of how we are working together to address citizens' concerns and getting rid of abandoned waste that has blighted our alleys for years. This is a win-win situation for all of us. Now let's discuss my heartfelt concerns. My concern is that although this is an election season, let us not lose focus on the task at hand. Right now, there are too many individuals politically posturing, people making up stories and refusing to acknowledge when progress is actually occurring instead of working together to rebuild our community. We have had serious problems for decades. I have not and will not be a part of a squabbling and name calling that has only resulted in rhetoric. Let me reiterate, rhetoric. It's time out for the rhetoric. There's nothing wrong with respectfully sharing your concerns. Moving forward, let us not give into that crabs in a barrel mentality, which ultimately only hurts all of us. We ought to be tired of that. However, as mayor, I have seen the reality of the scripture which states, all things work together for good to those who love God, to those who are called according to his purpose. For example, when the news story regarding Ameren was initiated, the reporter started out by trying to demonstrate that the city was negligent in the cleanup of illegal dumping. But the story changed when they were able to find that the City of East St. Louis has indeed put in place systems and strategic partnerships that are working. So, what was intended to harm the credibility of the city ended up being a good story that showcased how we are working on your behalf, and partnerships do matter. If you witness illegal dumping, call 618-482-6821 during our regular business hours between the hours of 8:30 a.m. and 4:30 p.m., Monday through Friday. As I always state, we are in this together. I will continue to fight to clean up our city and to build strong partnerships to bring in needed resources for our community. Thank you for your time and attention. And if you want to be a part of change and you feel that that change isn't happening soon enough for you, why don't you stand up and be a part of it? Be a part of it. Thank you so much.